To the class. All right. Happy Sunday, everybody. We are going to plan for the week. So let me just share my screen. All right. I assume you can see my screen. Give me a thumbs up if you're on video. Great. Thank you so much. All right. So what I like to do with the business is similar to how you meal prep, right? You either have a plan or your plan is to fail. And so going into the week, I think it's really important to not only know like what your content is, because I don't know about you, but it's hard for me to sit down and like really plan out posts for the week because I'm like, well, how am I going to feel on Wednesday? But that doesn't mean don't plan. What that means is just focus less about the individual posts and more on the overall arc of the week. So who are you going to be talking about? Who are you going to be talking to? What are you going to be talking about? And most importantly, what are you inviting to? Because invites are the hardest part, right? Like we all, I mean, even the most seasoned coaches out there will tell you like inviting is still hard. It gets personal, right? But if you know what you are inviting to, it makes it a lot easier. The analogy I always use is like if you meet another woman at work or, you know, a mom in town or whatever, and you say, oh my gosh, there's something about it. Like we're just connecting. Let's have a play date someday. They might be like, dang, yeah, let's do it. And then they never ask you on a play date, right? And it's not because they don't like you and they were just like being nice. It's just this like, it was not time bound versus, hey, we are like, we should be friends. I know this. Let's go get coffee. Could you do this Friday? Then you either get a yes or a no answer because it was time bound, and likely the answer will be yes. Or the answer will be, oh gosh, Friday doesn't work, but how about Saturday? Or how about next week? This week just happens to be a mess for me, whatever, right? Like you get the qualification. So always know what you are inviting to and make it time bound. So in every week, I like to have something that is specific. And then I always start every power hour with this reminder from John Maxwell that connecting is the ability to identify with people and relate with them in a way that increases your influence with them. When you're just meeting people and you're inviting them, it can feel really scary until you've had that, oh my gosh, me too connection. Once you guys share that thing in common, that is the foundation of which you can build your invite off of. Because they now know, like, and trust you just because you have that thing in common. And so as we go through this today, we'll talk about what this means for some of it, but just anytime you're feeling like, I feel unsure about inviting this person, what's that connection? What is that thing that the two of you guys shared that was a, oh my gosh, me too moment? And if you haven't had that yet, maybe they're not ready to be invited and you should be trying to find that point of connection. Okay, so there's a lot of words on this slide, and I want to start by saying I'm taking over today for a 5-star coach. I am a 1-star coach. I am in the trenches. I am still kind of early in my coaching phase, but I have had 12 years of experience in corporate marketing for some billion-dollar brands. And so what I like to do is bring that expertise to the coaching space and what all big brands do. So a brand like Tide detergent, you know, what they all have in common is that they are looking at what's called a who, what, how model. And this, like literally every brand that you purchase knows what their who, their what, and their how is. And it changes based on what you're doing. But your who is, who are you talking to this week? Like, who is that person? How are you going to help them? What are their needs and wants? What do you offer them? What is the thing that only you can give them that they're going to get by following your page or your stories this week? And then the how is the things we're going to hit on. And this can feel really hard to do when you just like sit down and like, okay, I'm going to write my who, what, how. So what I like to do on this Sunday, and I just want to make sure I keep an eye on the chat. So what I like to do on this Sunday is think through, where am I at right now? what's going on in my life? What's going on with my journey? So I always start by writing out, and this is what we're going to do first, but this week I am needing what? So you could say like, this week I am struggling with my own nutrition goals, or maybe you're struggling with connection. And I want it to be less about the business. So less about like, I haven't hit SD5 yet, and more about something in your life that has to do with your health and fitness. So for example, this is business, but for me, in the third-ish week of the month, I focus on coaching. And so where I'm at right now is that I'm struggling to articulate all of the wonderful benefits that come with coaching that aren't build a business. Because I think build a business is really hard for people to wrap their head around. And I didn't get into this to build a business from the very beginning. I got in for so many other reasons, and I need to remember that this week. And so that's where I'm going to be coming from. But I did this a couple weeks ago when I led this same power hour a couple of weeks ago. And that week I was sick at home with COVID. And so that week I wrote, this week I'm stuck at home. I feel out of control. I'm feeling sad that I've binge watched too much TV and eaten too many carbs, and I haven't worked out all week. So you see that, like, what's the mindset that you're in? So I'm going to stop talking for a minute and just quickly write down like a 2 or 3 sentence. Where are you at? For anyone just jumping in right now, we're just taking a second to write down a sentence about where we're at in our own personal journey right now. Okay, so now I want you to take that thought of where you're at right now. And now I want you to think through, where are you in your month? So are you filling a challenge group? Are you planning a free group? Are you looking at recruiting? What kind of is your business goal right now? And if you don't have one, because I will say having kind of like knowing what you're doing that week is a little bit more probably senior. So maybe you're just like, I don't know, I'm just trying to show up every day. That's great. So then your plan for the week is that you want to do as much connecting as you can and bringing as many people to your page as possible. And that's a perfect objective. Okay, so now we're going to get into this who, what, how, because what I wanted to do was I wanted to start from where you are, because you are who you're talking to. The whole name of the game is to bring people to your page that are like carbon copies of you. Because come on, like none of us are like, I mean, we're all unique and special, but none of us are like so different from everybody else on the planet. We all have the same problems. We all have the same hurdles. None of us are martyrs, right? And so let's help find other people who are in the same joys and struggles that we are, mostly in the struggles. We mostly want to find people who are kind of in the gunk right now that we can help elevate and we can help impact their lives. So, if you happen to be in like a really great place right now, and you're just like, man, I am like firing all cylinders, life is good, I'm hitting all my goals. Well, then maybe you don't want to focus on who you are right now as much as who you used to be, right? Who you were before you were firing on all cylinders. Because sometimes we do have that, right? Especially as coaches, like we have like really great weeks, like maybe you rank advanced and you lost weight, or, you know, you hit all the things. You had your highest paycheck ever. Those are all great things. And we're going to talk about those this week, but we'll want to think through who were you on a week where you maybe weren't hitting those goals. Because when we think about this it's who are we trying to reach? And that can be different for a customer, a challenger versus a coach. So challengers, so I go after, obviously, like, I think we all do, probably anybody who's a mom, right, has some sort of mom, but like the mom it shouldn't just be moms. You need to, it's called niche down, but you need to get more specific. So busy moms that show up for themselves, show up for others, but never themselves. And I specifically go after like busy working moms of 2 boys, 2 and under, who would fall into this, that show up for others and never show up for themselves. When you think about a coach, though, maybe it is a busy mom or a busy corporate woman that feels underappreciated at work. That was a huge one for me, is like, I suddenly like saw that, like, I had the kids, I had the family that I had always wanted. I had a great career, and I still didn't want to get up in the morning. And when I really, really looked at why, it was because I didn't have anything that was mine that gave me purpose. I was getting up for everyone else. I was getting up to take care of everyone else, to build everyone else's dreams, to sell everyone else's products. And I didn't really want to get up. I used to drive to work and I would sit in the parking lot for like 5 minutes because I didn't want to go into the office. And it wasn't because I didn't like my job. I love my job. It just was exhausting because I just didn't feel like anybody appreciated me. So then what do you offer that no one else, because all of us on here are coaches, but the people who follow our pages follow us because of us. And so that is why they should sign up with us and not sign up with somebody else. So what is it that you are going to offer this person this week that is unique and ownable? And notice how I said, what are you struggling with? Because this is the greatest gift we have as coaches, is that we get to improve our own accountability while we help other people. We show up for other people in a way we don't show up for ourselves. So if you take your problems and you go find other people who have those problems, and you think through what it is that they need to do, because we all know what we need to do, we just have a hard time doing it. This what is that thing that has been escaping all of us, and how can we help other people through it? And oh, by the way, by helping other people, you're going to help yourself. So that's the what. Okay. So just think about the who and the what, and we're going to take 4 minutes until 7:20. I purposely don't want to give you a ton of time on this because I want it to just be the first thing that comes to your head. And if you have any questions, drop them in the chat. Just take a few minutes and write it down. And I'm going to write mine down real quick too, and then I'll read it so you can see how fast you can do this. Okay, so my who that I just wrote down from everything I was kind of talking through, successful women at home and career that are now feeling, is this it? If someone asked them if they had a hobby, their answer would be no, or it would be TV and shopping. A what? Something productive that is just for them, that's not selfish. It's still for others because it's going to be tax write-offs. It's going to be helping other people. It's going to allow them to donate to the community, but it's a reason to get up in the morning. Notice for my who and my what, I'm inviting to coaching this week. So that's why it's very much businessy. All right, anybody struggling with this or anybody have a who or a what that they want to yell out? Not to put you guys on the spot, but. Busy stay-at-home moms. Oh, I'm struggling. Okay. So is it Tanya or Tanya? Tanya? Tanya?
It's Tanya. Thanks.
Tanya. Nice. So tell me about you.
Long story. I'm a busy mom. Yeah, busy mom of 3. I live in the Canadian Rockies.
Okay. Why are you busy?
Well, because I have a full-time job and I'm raising 3 kids and I'm leading a fitness community on the side that I'm trying to turn into a full-time. Like I want this to be my full-time lifestyle and job. So, and business. I mean, I don't want a job. I want a business. Big difference.
Okay. Yeah. You could, your who might be other busy women who want more than a job.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Right. They want to
I can talk about that all day.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. And it's really important to narrow in on these who's, and even busy, Luna, I might even say busy stay-at-home moms. Like, let's go deeper on that, because busy stay-at-home moms doing what, right? Like, what are you watching in the background there? There's some sort of a cartoon on. Even that, like busy mom, is that Peppa? Busy moms who are drowning in Peppa, right? Suddenly, when you get clear like that, you can go find those moms, because you're like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to go search anything, any hashtag that has to do with Peppa Pig. Like, I've met most of my loyal clients through freaking Blippi, because people hashtag Blippi all the time, or like that stupid excavator song. It makes it so easy to find other moms that are just like drowning in Blippi. Now, the hard part with Blippi is that he's now like an international sensation. And so I get a lot of people that are not really clients, but it's fun to meet them. Yes, Angie, question.
Okay, this is one struggle that I'm having, because when I started my journey, I was that stay-at-home mom of 2 young kids, like they were 1 and 3, and I just felt like busy with the stay-at-home mom things, lonely, sad, all the things, right? I've been with Beachbody now for a few years. My kids are older, and now I'm back to working. So I feel like I don't know how to talk, because what got me into it was being a stay-at-home mom and lonely, but now I'm transitioning to my kids are more independent, they're older now, and a busy working mom. So I don't really know who I should talk to.
Yeah. So what I always recommend there is, like, you can talk to the person you were a few years ago, as long as it's still relevant and that they will connect with you. Right. And so for example, it would be weird if I went and found like breastfeeding moms who are awake all night, because that's not me. Like they would be like, girl, your kids are older. And so that would feel weird, even though very much when I started coaching, that was a huge part of it, is that like anytime I sat down to breastfeed, I cried. Just because the hormones were so crazy and I had no control over my own body. And that's such a part of my story, but it's not who I'm connecting with today, because there's a mom that's a coach out there who is filling that piece, but for you, I think it's the journey that you're in today of, you can still be disconnected because of motherhood and yet so fulfilled and connected because of your kids, right? So you could talk about how you're busier than ever, in a different stage of busy because of sports and activities and all the things. And all of your friends, or all the people that you're connecting with, are on this. I'm making this up because I don't know your story, but all my friends are on the sidelines at soccer, and I don't get past, how's your day? How's the weather? What'd you do this week? It's a shallow relationship. Whereas I've got this online community of women where we go deeper than that. And I've got these people that I can talk to who understand the stage of life that I'm in. Does that help?
Yes, that helps. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so now what I want to just hit on real quick then is, once you have your who and your what, you look at the how. And the how is the thing that you're going, like actually the thing that you're going to offer them. And it's not it's not the Beachbody platform. Okay, that's a tool, but that's not something that you uniquely offer. And so I want you to think about your challenge group, or the thing that you're going to help people with, in a way that is linked to what it was that they need. So for example, let's see, somebody's not muted. Participants, I can mute. Mute. Okay. So for example, if I am a busy mom of 2 under 2 that shows up for everyone else, I'm on time to every meeting, every appointment, every whatever, but I cannot show up to do my own workout, then what I would offer is a morning routine that is going to be accomplished before anyone else wakes up, so that the only excuse for why I don't get there is me, because I didn't wake up. So it puts it on me, it puts the ownership on me. And I'm going to teach my challengers why their mornings matter, how to get up earlier, how to start valuing that first hour of the day that only you control. And so my boot camp would be all about a 30-day morning makeover. It would use Beachbody, but Beachbody is a tool within that bigger thing. That's what sets me apart from anyone else that's signing somebody up with Beachbody. Then when it comes to coaching and recruiting, same thing, right? Busy moms that feel underappreciated at work, that want more than a job. They want something that's their own. Okay. I can offer you a community of other women who are all striving for the same things, that are doing it alongside their job for now, but they're looking towards the future. So the how is that you're going to go from a team of 1 to a team of 3 in the first month, and I'm going to show you how to get there. Notice that's emerald, and I didn't say emerald anywhere because nobody cares. Like that's not what it's about. Okay, so that's the who, what, how model. Oops, I forget I have to do this. Okay, so now what we're going to do is spend a couple of minutes working on breaking that down, right? So we have our who, we have our what. You can think about the how. The how might not come to you like right this second, but you get it, right? So I mean, like the how is also like a 30-day challenge or a 1-week new coach start, right? It can also be kind of the block, and you can fill in the details later. And this next part will also help you with that, the how. Okay. So what we're going to do now is I want you to write on a piece of paper 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I want you to write down 5 benefits that your who would have if you gave them the what. Okay. So to continue the example I had, I was saying that my who was successful women in their homes and career who are kind of feeling like, is this it? And they want something that's a hobby for themselves that's also productive, because like they would feel really selfish just like taking time to like sit. Like I'm not a sitter. Like I just can't do it. I have to be productive. So 5 benefits of why someone should do coaching, if that's who they are, would be some back pocket money, right? Save it for a rainy day or whatever that is. Take that stress off. Tax write-offs. I'm big into talking about like how to reduce your taxable income. Helping others while helping yourself. A reason to get fit. Like you could actually get paid to get in the best shape of your life. And something that's all your own. So you see how those are 5 benefits of whatever the who and the what that you wrote down. Okay, go. If you're feeling a challenge group this week, I always like to have examples because I feel like that helps me with like writer's block. So if you're feeling a weight loss challenge, benefits might be by Friday, you could have momentum on your side. If you've been in a plateau, by Friday, you could break through the plateau. If on this Sunday, you're feeling super sluggish, by Friday, you could feel energized. What if you had more patience and presence with your kids? What if every day you started from a place of I can do hard things instead of I'm so tired? Luna, I will make sure that if you come to my at Working Mom Survival here, my Instagram handle, all you have to do is DM me and I will send you the link. Okay, so does everybody have their benefits? Great. Okay. Now we're going to move on to tensions. Okay. And tension is just marketing speak for the reasons why people say no. You know, it could be no time. It's, you know, from a business perspective, right? Like, I don't have time to do that. The one I always get that I'm working on is I could never do what you do. That PS side note, this is my personal journey. If people are saying, oh, I love what you do, but I could never do that, it's because in your posts, you've been a little too much, look at me, and not enough, come with me. And so one of the things I'm working on is showing that vulnerability of like, my life is chaos. My life is stupid busy, but here's how I'm going to prioritize these 5 things that I have to get done today, instead of 3 tips for time prioritization, right? The one is like speaking from a place of like, I've done it versus, hey, I'm in the trenches here with you. So that's a shift I'm personally trying to make, because the tension that I get is I could never do what you do. What will people think? What's the cost to start? I don't have any money right now. Like, money's tight. I definitely don't have money to invest. Mom guilt. Like, this would take me away from my kids. Like, anyone I know who's in an MLM, like, they're just on their phone all day. And if you're inviting to a group, time again, kids, I never have time away from my kids. They're always in the way. Admitting that you're the problem. This is always my favorite tension, is that like no one wants to admit that like they're the problem. They're the only thing standing in their own way. They lack motivation, no plan. They know what to do, but they don't have a plan to do it. This one should be easy. We all get so many excuses. But also think about like what your excuses are, right? Especially for like working the business, right? Like, I know for me, sometimes I don't want to open messages in fear that they might be a no. So then I just don't work. Like, when you say it out loud, it makes no sense. And so it's great to say it out loud, because like, that's so dumb. Like, just go open the messages and move on. You have to get 9 no's so that you get the 1 yes. So look at it as like a success, right? Like, sweet, moving on, moving on, moving on. Yeah, no, don't convince people that things are awesome. Maybe I'm snarky, but my thing on that is always like, hey, totally get it. And then I throw the excuse back in their face of kind of like, not in their face, like in a mean way, but like, let's say that they're like, oh, I don't know, I don't like doing at-home workouts. Then I just write back, hey, totally get it. Understand this isn't for you. You know, whatever. I just know that for me, not having that 30-minute commute back and forth to the gym and having, you know, my weights sit right in front of my desk was like the thing that made me show up differently. But I get it's not for everyone. And then I move on. And then they're like, oh, and then I notice they keep watching. And so then I'll follow up with them again sometime in the future. Yeah, I don't like convincing people. They're exhausted. Yeah. Okay, so now what I want you to write down is either 5 reasons or a sentence, but how does coaching help you overcome those tensions? Like, so if you were filling a challenge group, right? And things were like time, money, whatever the tensions were, how coaching is really what made the difference in overcoming those tensions is that coaching teaches you time management, because it forces you to have priorities, and you learn how much you can really get done in an hour and like how much time you were wasting. Coaching makes all the difference because it gives you the accountability. It gives you friends. It gives you people to keep showing up for. Coaching is the thing that made the difference in the tensions because it actually paid you back in the first month. Coaching is the thing that helped you realize what was possible and get over your own limiting beliefs, right? And so what we've done here then is we've set up like, here are the benefits of whatever it is that you offer. Here's the excuses you know you're going to get, but they're also the tensions that you have to overcome. So you can just combat them. Like if you hit those in your stories, people won't tell you they don't have it. Like no one dares tells me that they don't have time in my things, because if they follow me, they know that what I preach every single day is that no one has time, but that we make time. And so I'm overcoming that objective all the time, every day. And I invite for my stories. And so I know you've seen that message from me. If it's for coaching, right? So if you're inviting to the business, coaching is the thing that allowed me to, so coaching is the thing that allowed me to have something for myself that didn't take away from my kids. Coaching is something that I can do before they're awake or after they're asleep or when they're napping or with them by my side, with them on my lap. Like the fact that I'm doing this training right now and I don't have a child on my lap is amazing. Like this hardly ever happens. My kids work out with me. Like coaching does not take me away from my kids. It makes me more present for them. And it repays my efforts in money, in community, in accountability, in results. I feel less guilty spending time on me when I know that that time is productive and is also going to impact my family and the community. Okay, 2 more minutes, and then we're going to package this all up for the week. Next is where we put a bow on it. You're going to love it. Yes, Raylan. It's just like our workouts. So Raylan said, this has helped me realize they don't need to have motivation. I just need the routine, that this is built around healthy habits and discipline. So I'm successful despite my lack of motivation. We all lack motivation. Like we're humans. It depends on like where the moon is, where we are in our cycle, like all the things. But when motivation lacks, that's where discipline comes in. All right, so we're going to package it up now. All right. So you've got your 5 benefits. You've got your 5 tensions. You've got how coaching makes the difference. And hopefully that's also in 5, or you could make it into 5 bullets. And here's why. There are 5 days in a week. Okay. So every single day this week, Monday through Friday, you are going to hit one of the benefits, one of the tensions, and how coaching helped you. That's your stories, right? Yeah. Okay. So here's how we package the week today, Sunday. Breadcrumb, right? We're going to set the tension. Who has ever felt this way? Who, if it was a challenge group, right? Who has ever felt on Sunday that they undid all of the work that they did last week and they just by this Friday want to get back to where they were, right? But life happens. I don't have enough, none of us have enough money or time to eat healthy every single meal. All of us are making food for other people that looks a lot better than the no carb food that we eat or whatever it is, right? None of us have time. None of us have willpower all week. It's really easy to eat good on a Monday and Tuesday. It's really hard on a Wednesday and a Thursday. What are the tensions, right? You prime the benefit and then you say the tensions. And it's, again, come with me, not look at me. Who's feeling this way today? Double tap if you feel like me today. And bonus points if you can make it something that's funny, right? So, I mean, a transformation photo is always good too. Let's say, it's either a transformation photo or something that's funny, because you want to, it's Sunday. People are looking to be engaged, right? So think about how you're going to post that. Double tap, like, share, whatever, comment, whatever it is. If you use Facebook, ask for a picture of their family. People love giving you pictures of their family. I don't know, like people will come out of the woodwork that you haven't talked to in 25 years if you ask them for a photo of their family. It could, you know, whatever. You're trying to get people to raise their hand, okay? To say that they have a pulse, right? I'm here. I got you. I'm watching. I'm doing something. I wouldn't make this like double click and I'm going to invite you to my challenge group. Double click and I'm going to sign you up as a coach. No one will like that. Okay. This is world according to me. Okay. So that's my Sunday post. Monday is when you're going to start hitting these benefits, tensions, and how coaching made the difference, but you need to tell people where you're going with it, right? So I always on a Monday, I like to set the stage. Hey, here's what I'm going to be talking about this week. Here's kind of like the theme. I was really struggling with this. And so this weekend I sat down and I thought, how could we all get better together? And so this week I'm going to be sharing some of just the mean girl thoughts that I have running through my head, or some of the tensions that I have, and how I plan to overcome it so that I get to the benefit. Tuesday, you're going to, again, continue to talk about that path from A to Z. Okay, Luna, I'll get there in just 1 second. The path from A to Z, right? I used to be here, now I'm here. And Luna, this might help you. I used to be here, now I'm here. Here's how I got there. These were my chapters. And I want to now share this with you because yeah, I'm really dialed in right now. And I'm like, my locomotive is moving down the track. But 4 months ago, I was stuck at the station. And here's how I got moving. Here are the things that I did. On Wednesday, I don't care what it is you're talking about, you're going to talk about accountability. Because nobody's good at accountability. That's why we're all on this call today too, for accountability, right? So Wednesday is all about accountability. And again, your benefits, your tensions, how coaching makes the difference. On Thursday, you're going to invite to every single person who watched Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday's content. So either make a list, make a collection, write their names down, whatever. I like to have a spreadsheet where I, like on Monday, I go through and I write down literally every single person who watched, unless they're like a serial dater and they're like a stalker, or like I know they're another coach or something like that. I won't take the effort to like write down their name. But even the people who watch, or screenshots is great. People who watch every single day, they might not be ready to buy Beachbody, but they might sign up for what you're selling here, whatever this new group is. Maybe they don't want Beachbody, but they need a morning routine. So charge them $15 via Venmo and tell them you'll teach them a morning routine. Cool. They'll buy something from you. They're watching you so much. Maybe they want Energize. Maybe they don't want all of Beachbody, but they want to know where you get all your energy. You can do it with Energize, right? They will buy something. They're just not ready to buy $160 worth. So you're still going to invite them. Okay. So on Thursday, you are literally going to invite everyone to whatever it is that you're doing. On Friday, you're going to follow up. On Saturday, you're going to follow up. On Sunday, you're going to plan next week. Now, you see what we did here. We just turned your Instagram or your Facebook into a free group. You don't need to ask people to join a free group. Just lead one. If they're showing up in your stories, if they're liking your posts, they're members. So one thing we learned in marketing is anytime you make someone click, like if you've ever seen like an ad and you have to click it, and then you go to a page and you have to click there, and then you got to like sign up and you got to click again. With every click, you lose 50% of the people who were interested because they just don't want to click. There's also studies about organ donation where when you're signing up, if you have to click to donate your organs, people won't click. But if you make them unclick it, if they don't want to do their organs, everyone signs up for organ donation. People are lazy. They don't want to click. So don't make people click over to another group. Just lead your Facebook group lead your free group, your free value, wherever it is that you live already. And whoever's engaging, they are raising their hand and saying, invite me. I'm ready. I'm eating up everything you're saying. Tell me more. How can I work with you? No, I don't want a $160 challenge pack. Okay. Do you still want to work out in the morning? Use this Energize. It's only $30. No, you don't want that? No biggie. I'll teach you my morning routine. I will text you every single day. I do this for $20 a month. Okay, I'll do that. Cool. Venmo me. Then I bet you they will become a Beachbody customer after that, right? People just need to get in the funnel. Okay, yes. Monday is, Sunday is set the tension. Mondays tell people what they should expect for the week. Tuesday is tell people how you got from A to Z, before to after, or how you will, right? If you've already done it, you can tell them what you've already done. If you haven't done it yet, you can tell them what you're all going to do together. Wednesday is accountability. And with accountability, because I think that can be trite, what that means is we all know what to do, we just don't do it. And in order to do it, we have to say it to somebody else. Because just knowing that somebody out there thinks that we're on the hook for it, we'll do it. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, invite. So Monday through Wednesday, you're building your invite list. You're connecting. You're going out there to your niche. You're bringing them back to your Instagram page. You're trying to get them to watch your stories. You're making your reels. You're doing your things, right? It's all about casting that net. Bring people in. Track who's watching. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, it's all about the invite and the follow-up. This is how I do it. Because if I try to invite every single day, I don't work, because inviting is the thing that is the hardest for me. It just is. And I've, listened to all the people telling me that it's a numbers game at the end of the day. So who cares if I send 5 invites a day or if I send 25 on Thursday? It makes no difference. You do have to invite. But if this helps that momentum get on your side of feeling like it's okay to send that invite because you've given 3 days of value and you've seen who's following you and you've seen who's eating up everything you're saying, and then it feels good to invite, great. Do it all in one day. But you do have to do it. All right. Questions. Oh, thank you. This is one of the best trainings you've ever attended. I really appreciate that. Oh, I should have said, if you take a picture and you tag me on Instagram, I will pick 2 winners to get coffee on me this week. So at Working Mom Survival is my name at the bottom. Take a pic. I'll smile for a minute. Well, I'll smile. Go post it to Instagram. And then what I will also do is I promise you, I will tag you in a coaching post at some point this week so that you have something to share. Does everyone feel like they have a plan for the week now? Like, no, it's not scripted. We don't have our, posts scheduled. We know what the heck we're going to talk about. Yeah. I am happy to stay on for a little bit longer if anyone has questions. Oh, yeah. If anyone has questions, I can stay for probably another 5-10 minutes. And somebody wanted to do a boomerang.
Yeah, I'm gonna unmute so I can count down because I've been scolded for not counting down.
So I'm terrible at boomerangs, just so everyone knows. I said it's really awkward.
All right, 3, 2, and 1.
I've learned just to do the shoulder shimmy. Because otherwise I'm like, guys, thank you so much for being here. I will download this recording and get the link from today's. And I'm actually going to add a slide about the Sunday. I just don't have a slide on that Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So I'm going to create that real quick and then I'll have the link. My handle is at working.mom.survival. Thanks for being here. Happy Sunday.